Constantine IX grew up in a very prominent Constantinople family. He spent a lot of his time at court, and he caught the eye of the Empress Zoe, who was ruling with her second husband, Michael IV. Michael IV found Constantine IX's charm and wit to be a challenge to him, and had Constantine IX arrested on trumped-up charges and sent to a monastery. Constantine IX should have considered himself lucky, considering that many punishments for political enemies in Constantinople, or the empire at large, was generally blinding or being executed. However, to a nobleman such as him, being exiled from Constantinople should have been the end of his political career and any notions of grandeur he may have had. But he still had something up his sleeve. Eve was Maria Sclarina, the niece of his late wife. So he had been married twice, but he couldn't marry Maria due to the fact that the Greek church prevents one from marrying more than twice. So he took her as a mistress. Maria helped him greatly, giving him money and possessions to help him during his time in the monastery. The time came for him to return when Michael IV had died and his nephew, Michael V, had been overthrown in a popular uprising. Empress Zoe and her sister, Theodora, were now in control, and now it was time for Constantine IX to return. Empress Zoe would have been married to Constantine IX, and he would bring Maria along with him. While she was there in the great palace of Constantinople, she shared power with Empress Zoe. This was very, very interesting because she didn't have an official title, but she almost seemed as if she was reigning alongside him, Empress Theodora, Zoe. She seemed to be in control of things. Zoe did not seem to be bothered by this, as she was too old in her mind to be jealous. In terms of how the church authorities thought about this, they did reprimand him, but they weren't able to do much, mainly because the Emperor Constantine IX was an emperor, and there are different roles for emperors, of course. This little arrangement in the imperial court went on for a couple of years. However, Maria would end up having many issues with her health. She ended up dying in 1044 of complications with her chest. The doctors were unable to help her. This caused Constantine IX to go into a period of great mourning. He eventually built a church for his beloved mistress called St. George of Magana. This church represented for him his ability to give back to his beloved, who was no longer there with him. For the rest of his reign, he would be occupied by the thoughts of her. When he died in January 1055, he was buried next to her in that same church. Thank you for watching my video, and please remember to subscribe and get more videos on Byzantine history.